Welcome to my channel. I'm Pastor Nathan. Today, we're going to start a three-part series answering the questions whether New Testament Christians are to pay tithe. Hebrews 7, verses 4 to 10 reads, "Now consider how great this man was, to whom even the patriarch Abraham gave a tenth of the spoils. And indeed, those who are of the sons of Levi, who receive the priesthood, have a commandment to receive tithes from the people according to the law, that is, from their brethren, though they have come from the loins of Abraham. But he whose genealogy is not derived from them received tithes from Abraham, and blessed him who had the promises. Now beyond all contradiction, the lesser is blessed by the better. Here mortal men receive tithes, but there he receives them, of whom it is witnessed that he lives. Even Levi, who receives tithes, paid tithes through Abraham, so to speak, for he was still in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him." By analysis, we see that 1. Melchizedek was a type of Jesus Christ. 2. Abraham was the father of all believers. 3. Melchizedek's priestly order is superior to the Levitical priesthood. 4. Jesus Christ is superior to all the priesthood orders. 5. Believers ought to pay tithe to Jesus, the great high priest. Hebrews chapter 7 recaptures and gives a spiritual commentary of Abraham's attitude in Genesis 14 towards tithe, before payment of tithes became a law under Moses. This attitude of Abraham's and that of his grandson Jacob in Genesis 28 clearly intimate that they acted solely in accordance to the will of God. The Lord Almighty had clearly expressed His will to His people regarding His ownership and lordship over all the earth and our stewardship of His blessings. Tithe is therefore a way of acknowledging the lordship and ownership of God over all the earth. When Abraham paid tithe to Melchizedek, his descendants, including the Levites, who, under the law of Moses, received tithes from the Israelites, also paid tithe to Melchizedek, who is a type of Christ. Thus, Abraham's tithe was not under the law, but was based on the expressed will of God, who never changes. Since believers today, like Abraham, are not operating under the law, we ought to understand that paying our tithes is not a command, but our acknowledgement of God's ownership of all we have and are, and our stewardship of God's gracious blessings. May God bless you as you respond to His blessings with generosity in paying your tithes. Come back for part 2 of this series. Please follow or subscribe to this page, like, comment, and share to bless others.